Here's a couple of awkward moments in Hollywood. When I was coming up in the industry, I was working for Buna Murray, and I was like a producer on the show. And I remember it was our lunch break, but we had to get like interviews from different celebrities. And I remember I saw some celebrity, I forget exactly who it was, and I had some food and I was eating it. It was like a wing, and I was eating it, and I was like, "Excuse me, could we get an interview with you real quick?" And she was like, she looked at me, she's like, "After you finish eating." And I was just, I don't know why I asked her why I had this food and, barbecue sauce in my mouth, but I was like, "You right, you right." And I didn't go back for that interview at all. I think that's one. There's so many, you kind of got me on the spot, but, I've definitely had my fair share of moments that were just awkward. Phase on Love, you probably won't ever remember this. But I was doing a music video, and he was one of the actors in it. And sometimes with these DSLR cameras, you don't need a mic, you don't need a shotgun mic on top to pick up audio. And so I just need to shoot a quick sketch with him, Tiana Taylor, and I think the artist's name was Little Play. I'm sure it was Little Play. I was like, all right, and action. And he was like, you don't need a mic for this? I was like, no, we're good. He's like, are you shooting MOS? I'm like, no, we can record audio. And he says, okay, Spielberg. And my cam op, literally, he was like, let me get back right here. This is what he did. This is my cam op. He's holding the camera. He says, and just stares at me. And everyone's staring at me. And I'm just like, action. I guess one of the most surreal moments for my career was creating ideas with Kevin Hart, being at his house, sitting in the backyard, and we're sitting across the table from each other talking about ideas and how we're going to, make sketches and make his social media grow. And I remember stepping outside my body and just looking at myself and him like, yo, this is really happening right now. Like, what is going on? How did I get here? And it was surreal for me just because, this project in general is surreal because I started out, when I moved back to America, I lived in Texas and I went to college out there, and I used to go to parties and I used to act a fool dancing at parties. And then I came across this movie called Paper Soldiers, and this was around the time where I was just like absorbing everything culturally about just black culture in the United States. So Beef DVDs, 50 Cent, Dipset, all of them. And I found this movie called Paper Soldiers. It's a bootleg DVD that I got. And I was just like, yo, if I'm going to be funny, I'm going to be funny like this guy. So I stopped doing dances at parties. Fast forward, 10, 15 years later, I'm working with Kevin Hart, all right? Fast forward a few years later, I'm at a party dancing, acting a fool, and Ryan Lamar cast me in a movie. So there's full circle for you.